Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him and said, "Here is a true child of Israel. There is no duplicity in him." Now, what is duplicity? We might say two-faced. We might say, not completely honest or not transparent. But Jesus sees Nathanael and highlights this particular quality in his character. There is no duplicity in him. And Nathanael, I would hope let's take a moment for right now and imagine that we're walking and we see Jesus and Jesus looks at us and he's gonna sum up our character in a sentence. What's he gonna say? And I hope he says something nice. I hope he says something nice. So he says there's no duplicity in him. He's a true child of Israel. I was thinking a little bit about what the name Israel means. It means one who struggles with God, one who wrestles with God, okay? And so we wrestle with God a bit, don't we? Don't we? We're supposed to, anyway. The true child of Israel. And so Abraham, Isaac, Jacob wrestled. Remember the ladder and the wrestling with the angel? And then after that event, his name was changed to Israel. And so there is this, and so what's happening with Nathanael is, his brother says, "Hey, we found the Messiah." And he's like, "What? From Nazareth? Those people?" Now, maybe that wasn't the nicest way to think about the people of Nazareth, but it was honest, right? He was honest. He knew himself. He was on. And the other part of the equation is this. You're telling me the Messiah came from Nazareth? No, he would probably know that the Messiah was probably supposed to come from Bethlehem. So there would be this. Now, are you sure you got the right person? So he's wrestling with the facts that I'm being given, right? And he's trying to come to a conclusion about them. And so, we are supposed to struggle with God. We're supposed to wrestle with God. We're supposed to engage God honestly. I remember a friend of mine, this is one of the most profound kind of, or lasting anyway, if not profound, lasting bits of spiritual advice that I had been given. A friend of mine said, when he sits down to pray, he just makes sure that he's perfectly honest with God. It's not like God doesn't know what he's thinking. So let's take all of the masks off. Let's take all of the duplicity away and let us be completely transparent before God. Naked before God, vulnerable to God, honest with God. Right? And so that's who Nathanael was, I think, when he was sitting under his fig tree, praying. Who knows what he was praying about? Jesus knew. Jesus knew and spoke to him in that place. And so, my brothers and sisters, let us do our very best to be honest with God, honest with ourselves, honest with our neighbor. And in that truth, God is going to find us. We're going to wrestle with God, and God is going to find us. We don't want to be like Cain, who killed his brother. We want to be a true child of God, and the duplicity in us to be purged by God's love and grace.